Hello, today I'm going to review the S3 scope made by Sightron. As you probably know, Sightron is a US based company which produces mainly target scopes or scopes for target shooting, for shooting competitions. Their scopes are well known to offer really spectacular optical quality for their price point. They're considered by majority of sport shooters that they're the cheapest premium scopes you can get with a really good glass. And the S3 is their most popular line of scopes. Also here in the Central Europe and Eastern Europe, these scopes almost dominate the shooting sport, since probably no other brand is equally popular, or you could find so many of them on shooting competitions. The main reason for this is that they offer really good glass for a really affordable price. The S3 line is now not the top line anymore by Sightron, because in this year, in 2015, they introduced also the S5 line. And in this S3 line, the 8 to 32 is their most popular scope. At least in our shop we sell these scopes in the highest quantities. What is special about this scope is that it has an illuminated reticle, a feature which is quite unusual on target scopes, since majority of sport shooters doesn't need the illuminated reticle. Illuminated reticle is more of a feature that hunters need. Well, at the beginning of S3 line, majority of scopes in this line, 6 to 24 by 50 and 8 to 32 by 56 and 10 to 50 by 60, and also 3.5 to 10 by 44 were non-illuminated. But as the years pass, Sightron was adding illuminated versions to every single model I mentioned now. So this one is the 8 to 32 with MOA reticle and with illumination. It is 38 centimeters long, so it's quite a big scope, and it weighs approximately 750 grams. It's not particularly heavy, especially if you consider the magnification it offers. It's a true long-range scope, and I also think it's one of the best in the S3 line. The second question is how many people will actually use or need the illuminated reticle in a scope like this. With the scope you also get the sunshade and a new really nice neoprene scope cover. So this scope cover replaces the flip-up covers which used to come with the scope. These scopes are made in Japan, as you can see, and they have a price point roughly below 1,500 euros. So they are really affordable if you consider their optical quality. The reticle in this particular model and all other 8 to 32 scopes in the S3 line is in the second focal plane, so it changes with the magnification. This is also the reason why you're getting these sheets, data sheets, together with the scope, where you can see the reticle subtensions at all magnifications. You can see from 6 all the way to 32. Because this reticle can be ordered also in 10 to 50 scope, you can see that this datasheet goes to magnification 50. And because you can also get this reticle in 6 to 24, it goes all the way to 6 magnification at the lower end. I would say that using a second focal plane for distance estimations and for bullet drops and all other things which you can do with reticles which have a lot of hashes inside, it's quite hard. So all this data is really needed, but I still think that you will need a lot of exercise to use this reticle the same way like if it would be in the first focal plane. The illumination is meant for low light use only. It has 11 different brightnesses or intensity levels. So in theory you could use this scope also for hunting in low light, since it offers really good light transmission rate. The only problem is that the magnification at 8 at the lower end is already very high for hunting. But with this scope you have this option. And on the other hand, you also have the option to use it on sport shooting competitions, since it offers high magnification and really good optical properties. You can also see the parallax is on the side turret. You can see it that it goes a little bit less stiff than on other Sightron scopes, which are known that have a little bit stiffer parallax, but in general the scope is really well made. You can also see the fast focus for diopter setting is nicely made, and the magnification ring also runs really smoothly. So a well-made scope like expected from Sightron. The turrets are tactical on this model, even though this is a target scope. The clicks are really crisp, really nice, and there is 15 of MOA of travel per one revolution. One click is 1/4 of MOA, that means approximately 7 millimeters. There is a total adjustment of I think 70 MOA, but I have to check it. The exact information can be found on our webpage. The clicks are audible, really nice, crisp, and what is also a bonus is that the tracking is really good. Another feature which is not so often seen in affordable scopes, especially not in the premium class affordable scopes like this one, but in general all our customers and myself personally, I have really good experience with tracking of Sightrons. They track almost perfectly. So if I make a short summary, this scope is definitely a special scope, since it's a pure target scope, but it has reticle illumination. This is probably a good choice for someone who would like to use it also for hunting sometimes in low light, so there are no sacrifice. It has reticle illumination. It also offers really good optics for this price range and accurate tracking. The parallax is also very nice. I like that it's not so stiff anymore like it was in the previous models or the same models in the previous years. I think this was some kind of they made something differently on this. What I do think that there is still some room for improvement. What could have been done better is that illuminated dot could be a little bit thinner. It's quite thick now. It's bigger than expected, but on the other hand it's still not too big to be accurate on shooting competitions. And I also think that someone who is genuinely thinking about using this scope for hunting and shooting competitions should consider scopes with a lower magnification, since 8x magnification on the lower end on this scope is still quite big, if not too big, for hunting. So thank you for watching. If you will need any additional information, please use comments on this YouTube channel, send us an email or visit our webpage.